Sweetheart, can we talk for a minute? I have something I'd like to say to you. So, it just so happens that some packages arrived at the door today. The contents were a bit unusual. They were things like sulfur, a snake's tongue, and even a goat skull. No, I'm sure you must have ordered them. They had your name on it and everything. And I don't think this is the sort of thing that others would give you as a present, or even as a gag. I have to say the contents raised some red flags for me, you know? Being a guardian angel, I'm trained to know everything I need to know in order to protect you. From hexes to the occult and whatnot. And because of that, I know what to look out for with regards to materials like these. I'm sure it's not a coincidence that these are the exact materials one would need to summon a succubus. Is there something that you would like to tell me? It's okay. It's fine. Everything is absolutely fine. I'm not angry. I just want to talk about it. Have a little heart to heart. I know in the past my possessiveness has gotten out of hand a few times, but right now I just want to make sure everything is okay with you, and I need you to talk to me in order to do that. So please, just talk to me. Maybe you can just listen, and you can talk when and if you feel like it. Besides the summoning materials, there was also a chant. Well, I guess the chant is a summoning material in a way. The chant was in Latin, which I can read, by the way. I would translate it, but, well, the chant wasn't exactly appropriate. With that in mind, are you still sure you weren't trying to summon a succubus? Because succubus summoning chants are usually pretty lewd. And like I said, I'm not angry. And I'm not here to judge. I just want you to talk to me. You know you can talk to me about anything, no matter how personal. Like when you asked me to please wait outside when you go to the bathroom. That was super personal, and we resolved it through dialogue. See? Talking to me works. And like I said, you can talk to me about anything. I mean, I've been by your side since, well, since forever. And of course I'll continue to be at your side from cradle to grave. We've shared countless experiences with each other. So, what's one more? The point is, if there's anyone you can confide in, it's me. You know I won't betray you. You could rob a bank, and I'd give you tips on how to launder the money. You know I'm on your side, so whatever you tell me, I will hold it against you. Looking after you is part of the job description as your guardian angel after all. So, please, won't you tell me? I swear, if you tell me, I'll try and lay off the fireworks for your birthday this year. You wanted a succubus? Just because? I'm sorry. It's just, usually when people summon a succubus, it's not just because. They usually have alternative reasons. You know, whatever sort of relationship you want to have with that succubus, it's nothing compared to what I can give you. When you get down to it, your relationship with her would be superficial. She's just going to be after your body, your energy. She won't love you, not like I do. I'd sacrifice 1,000 kittens to so much as to save you from stubbing your toe. A succubus wouldn't do that. So what is it that some succubus can offer that I can't? I think I can take a guess about what your reasoning was. Well, it's not the most obvious assumption. I think the real reason is a little less lewd. You see, when I was reading the chant, not aloud, obviously, I noticed that there was a part in the chant that served to bind the succubus. Not in a mind-controlled, she will lack free will kind of way. Those kind of chants are super rare and difficult after all. But more in a she can't physically leave me kind of way. Basically, the chant would prevent her from moving too far away from you. So, I want to ask, were you summoning a succubus to bind her, just so that you could have someone who wouldn't leave you? Oh, it's okay. You can cry. Here, let me give you a hug and a shoulder to cry on. There, it's alright. Now, it's alright if you are, but were you afraid that maybe I'd leave you? You know I wouldn't. I can assure you of that. Didn't I tell you? Guardian angels are physically incapable of moving more than a certain distance away from their human. It's like I'm always under the effect of the binding chant. I'm like your captive. Willing captive, of course. But basically, it's impossible for me to leave you, physically at least. But I'm not going to abandon you emotionally either. Not even close. I'll never become distant or cold. Every guardian angel is hopelessly attached to their human. I mean, stop and think about it for a second. When you're a guardian angel, your job is basically to be a nice stalker. If anything, I'm the one who's afraid that you'll leave me. Because, although I can't physically leave you, the reverse isn't true. If you walked away, there isn't any sort of magical binding effect that keeps you by me. You could theoretically run away from me. Theoretically, of course. If you actually tried to run away from me, you wouldn't make it past the door. I've trained for the possibility thousands of times. That's why I'm glad you're so clingy with me. It assures me when you're that clingy, always holding on to me so tightly, as far back as I can remember, like when we fell asleep together. And in a less physical sense, when you're on your computer, you always look back at me every 3 minutes to make sure I'm still there and didn't leave you. And each time you look back at me, I just smile and wave. Anyway, I know maybe I'm making this sound like it's all about me, but this relates to you too. Trust me. What I'm trying to say is I am way too anxious about you leaving me for me to leave you. To get that point across, there's something I should confess. When we would fall asleep together, I would cast a spell on you so that you wouldn't wake up before me. I was always afraid maybe you'd leave me in the middle of the night. Then I'd have no idea where I'd be able to find you. And I'd never see you again. When I fear separation from you that badly, trust me, I'm not going to leave you anytime soon. Now, with all that aside, is there anything I can do to put your heart to rest? For instance, maybe you can lock me in your room or something. I mean, with angel strength, it's easy for me to break free, but hey, maybe it'll give you some peace of mind? Tell you what, it's about time for bed, isn't it? How about we get some sleep, and you can cling to me like you always do? You can hold me so tightly that I can't escape, and maybe you can use my wings as a blanket. So that way, as you drift off peacefully to sleep, the softness of my feathers will remind you that I'm right here with you.